afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. So, for our proposal is entitled "The Impact and Role of Mass Media During Pandemic." Next slide. Administration of the proposal. The proposal was administered and organized by our moderator, Ms. Glenda Martinez, under the supervision of our STS instructor, Mr. Nelson Lazarus. This project proposal is entitled "The Impact and Role of Mass Media During the Pandemic." Issue identification. This study focuses on the role and impact of mass media during pandemic. The coverage of our proposal is mainly about the impact and role of mass media to us during the pandemic, showing the disadvantages of one of the categories of mass media, or mainly the internet, that affects a person's life. Next. For the rationale of our proposal, next. On this study, we have chosen to focus on the impact and role of mass media during the pandemic. We chose this because we are going to explain and discuss what does our topic means, and also to spread awareness what is the impact of the role of mass media to the student during this pandemic. Next. So, ever since the pandemic has emerged in the early year of 2020, there have been many restrictions that was implemented nationwide. The Philippine government has prohibited large meetings. And yung mga large meetings na tinutukoy doon, yun yung pagkakaroon ng face-to-face classes, pagkakaroon ng big celebrations, yun yung pag-meet ng friends sa public places, and also having high restrictions in traveling. Next. Since marami na ngang activities outside ang pinagbabawal, yung mga citizens ngayon ay nagte-turn in sa mga online platforms. And we have gathered statistics from Data Reportal website, authored by Kemp, and states that internet users has 73 million users in January 2021. The number of internet users in the Philippines increased by 4.2 million. So, at dahil marami nang gumagamit ng internet ngayon, may mga news agency rin na gumagamit ng platform para i-inform yung mga tao. And so, yung mga Pilipino, nagre-rely na rin sa internet as a source of news. Next. So, ang laki nga ng epekto ng mass media sa atin, mas lalo na nung surge of COVID-19. And the mass media that we are talking about in this proposal is mainly about the internet. So, as the lockdown arises, the use of internet and technology and virtual engagement begin to roll out. Mass media played a significant role to spread the information regarding COVID-19 status globally and locally. It helped the people to be aware with the situation and inform them what action should be made during the pandemic. So kahit na mga sobrang laki ng advantage ng mass media sa atin, informing people, may mga disadvantages pa rin na maaaring makaapekto sa life natin. And that is the disadvantages, that is the spread of misleading information that has a consequences that might affect our personal, academical, or work-related life. So, kaya naman dapat yung mga tao, they should know some tips on how to fact-check information they see online para malaman natin kung totoo ba o hindi. Next. So now that we have identified the issue of our proposal, and that is the fake news or misleading information, let's now proceed with the objective. The first objective of our proposal is to give some tips on how to fact check or to give what action should they make if ever they would see a hint of misinformation they see in online platforms. So with this, it would help yung people na yung mga taong illiterate sa social media or yung mga taong hindi ganun kagamay sa paggamit ng social media para malaman nila kung yung information ba nakikita nila sa internet ay totoo. So the tips are: always look for an article made to have a reliable source. And kung makakita ka naman ng information, random information online, at lagi mong isa-search yung headline ng information na yon sa Google and check kung may mga other reliable articles ba na related dun sa information na nabasa mo. And if ever naman na may na-share kang information na nalaman mo palang mali, correct it, share it to people na mali yung nabasa mo so that hindi na sila maniniwala dun sa information na yon. And also to stop the cycle na and also to stop the cycle of misleading people with such information. And the second objective is to educate people about the effects of misinformation in our everyday lives. So with this effect of fake news in our lives, dapat malaman nila to yung mga consequences para kasi kung hindi nila malalaman yung mga effects na yun, hindi rin sila mag-aatubiling malaman kung paano ba mag-fact check. So the consequences that we may think, that is the distrust in media. So again, for example, may mga illiterate sa social media and may nakita silang information shared by an individual. Siyempre, yung mga information na yun, they might use the same logo or with the same template from other news agency. So, yung mga ibang tao, maaaring paniwalaan na totoo yun. And if ever na malaman nilang hindi pala yung totoo, maaari nilang isipin na yung mga news agencies ay hindi pala talaga ganun mapagkakatiwalaan. So, the second effect or the second consequence of fake news that we may think is that it may affect a person's life or health. So, with this effect, magandang example yung sinabi nung kasagsagan ng COVID, yung sinabi ni President Duterte, yung sinabi niya na maaaring gamitin yung gasoline or yung petrol as a disinfectant and as an alternative option for alcohol, in which the medical experts had contradicted him. So, yung ibang tao maaaring isipin na common sense naman na yung gasoline masama sa health natin. But then, may mga ibang tao na maaaring maniwala dun sa information na yun since yung statement na yun ay galing sa ating presidente or galing sa isang highest position ng ating bansa. And that is all for the objectives of our proposal.
Scientific question and hypothesis. Ito naman po yung tatlong napili po naming mga tanong. How does the mass media help us during pandemic? What are positive effects of mass media during pandemic? How government control mass media to ensure us that we are updated and safe? Ito naman po yung naging sagot ng grupo namin. Providing facts to us about safety precautions. So, alam naman po natin ng main purpose ng mass media is to provide us information about something. Dahil nga about sa pandemic ito, ang nagagawa ng mass media para sa atin is mag-provide ng safety precautions, yung mga paraan para maging ligtas sa mga kapahamakan. Providing updates about vaccines that are being made, sharing information but sometimes without evidence. Dahil nga may pandemic ngayon, isa sa mga inaasahan ng tao ngayon is mga news, mga updates about sa mga vaccine. Kung ito ba is 100% safe, 100% effective, kung gawa na ba to, kung ano ba yung mga vaccine available sa Pinas. Posting sugar-coated information about the people that they allied with. Posting amplified news about the people that they don't want to be friends with. Naging example lang po ito namin. Kumbaga, dahil nga po may pandemic ngayon, marami pong sa gobyerno na nagsisisihan, may ilan balita sa mass media na may kinakampihan silang ganito, may mga hindi sila kinakampihan na ganito. Sometimes even the government controls the media forcefully to ensure that we don't panic about something or we don't get news about something. Ito balance po ito. Kumbaga, alam naman po natin na yung gobyerno is namumuna sa lahat. Kaya kaya po nilang kontrolin yung mass media kung ano po yung gusto nilang ipakita sa tao at kung ano yung gusto nilang itago sa mga tao. Positive po yung effect nito dahil pwedeng hindi tayo magpapanik basta-basta. At ang negative effect naman po nito is hindi tayo magiging handa kaagad kung sakaling magkaroon ng sakuna. Next. Macro and micro level factors. Next. Macro level factors. Government. Sometimes in the world of government and mass media, this is one of the leaders to cover up or hide the information that the public citizen or people in our country should know. So, yun nga po. Pagdating naman po sa government, ang nagagamit po ng government ang mass media para makapag-prevent ng panic, makapagbigay ng kapayapaan in the same way na sa ayos lahat ng mga ikinikilos ng tao. Sa law, the mass media should be in the forefront of reporting or disseminating information about what is happening or whatever situation we are experiencing, especially now with a pandemic or COVID. So makikita naman po natin sa law na ginagamit po ng law ang mass media para makapagbigay ng mga patakaran. Halimbawa, kung ano yung curfew, kung ano yung mga parusa sa mga lalabag sa curfew, mga ganyan po. Parang katulad lang din po ng government. Next, family. In the family, there is no denying that the need to have communication with each other is through gadgets or mass media. So the mass media affects a family, especially now, pandemic, to know and not to worry about their parents. So, sa pagdating naman po sa family, nagagamit po ng family ang mass media, lalo na ngayong may pandemic dahil pwede silang pwede nilang makontak ang mga mahal nila sa buhay. Halimbawa, nasa ibang bansa yung mga magulang mo, pwede mo sila makamusta kung okay lang ba sila, kung kamusta ba sila ngayong may pandemic. Micro-level factors. Individuals. Individuals tends to get affected on what they hear or see on mass medias. They believe everything they hear or see, whether not knowing if it's true or not. They share everything that they seem true that spreads fast in social media platforms, which also make other individuals believe. Dito naman po, sa micro-level factors, bawat isa po sa atin is halos lahat naman is gumagamit na ng mass media, social media. Minsan, ang epekto sa atin nito is naniniwala tayo sa mga news na hindi natin nalalaman kung ito ba totoo or hindi. Conclusion. Next.
So, for the conclusion of our proposal, as we conclude, the impact or role of mass media during this pandemic are COVID-19 is a global crisis that has spread throughout the world at a dangerously fast pace. Mass media plays a huge role in circulating information, influences the public behavior, and curtail the spread of disease. In this proposal, we discuss the macro and micro level factors, scientific question and hypothesis, objectives, issue identification, and rationale of mass media. This proposal can serve as a feedback for the users of mass media to help devise better and more effective strategies to control and prevent subsequent outbreaks and to give us information in our current situation right now. So here are so here are the references we use with this proposal. So here are the members. Our moderator again, Miss Glenda Martinez. Our members, Imelda Tiffany Joyce, Mr. Gallomas Edre, Mr. Villanueva Michael, Mr. Lozada Ivan, Mr. Roja Gabriel, and Mr. Narana Adrian. So thank you.